Hi guys, in this section I am going to talk about collaboration diagram, another behavioral diagram which is used right now. The class diagram indicates what the classes are part of our system and what they offer and how they relate, but it does not tell us how they communicate, and that is the purpose for which we are going to use the collaboration diagram. Now, if you have to define a collaboration diagram, what will you say? A collaboration diagram can be thought of as a cross between class diagram and the sequence diagram. Okay. Now, the collaboration diagram will actually show the relationship between the objects in a system. Both the sequence and the collaboration diagram represent the same information, but in a slight different way. Instead of showing the flow of messages, it depicts the architecture of the object residing in the system, as it is based on object-oriented programming. An object consists of several features. Multiple objects present in the system are connected to each other. Now, the collaboration diagram, which is also known as a communication diagram, shortly we will see that, is used to portray the object's architecture in the system. Okay. Now, there is a communication diagram which we will be talking shortly, but before that, let us understand the notation of the collaboration diagram. But do you know that why we model collaboration diagram? Now, collaboration diagram can be used for a number of reasons. As most of the diagrams in UML, collaboration diagrams are used to model the interaction between objects. Now, let me draw an object first so that you will be able to relate it very easily. Now, where is the object going? Did I allocated the object? Let me check that. Yes, the object is already there. So, we should be able to get the object or the instance. Yes, this is the object, right? This is an instance of the object. Now, collaboration diagrams are used to model the interaction between objects and the roles, indicating the navigation that is allowed and available across each. Over this navigation, message can be sent, and these messages are meant by which object communicate and tell the other object or roles what they wish to accomplish. Now, this in the notational component of objects, what you will see, no, that there are three kind of object instances that we can draw in our diagrams. Now, because the collaboration diagrams models the system interaction, it must have to do with instance of the classes that we have designed. Now, if you have drawn a student class, the student class itself will not do anything, right? The instant of that class will be actually doing everything, all the work, isn't it? Now, whenever an object instance, say for example, if I am naming this instance as student, this student is an instance. The moment it is underlined, it is an instance of the student class, right? Now, these are, in this particular case, we can say that there is no classifier, right? Now, three type of object instance can be drawn while you are doing the collaboration diagram. So, you have to remember, one is without a classifier. Now, this kind of object instance is unclassified instance, represent that it is not really classified, and the name of the unclassified instance is simply underscored as you are seeing here. Now, this notation indicates that the class from which this object is instantiated is unknown or unimportant in a particular model. Although in our case, if we are talking about student, course and instructor, student is a very important class. So, the next type which I want to show is, say for example, I will take another, where is the instance gone? Instance specification. Now, I will do the same thing but in slightly different manner. Now, this you can tell a fully qualified object when, if you are saying that my instance name is student1, and then you are giving a colon, and then you are saying that it is coming from student class. In this particular case, what is the difference you are seeing? That student1 object, right, is a fully qualified which contains the name of the object and its classifier. It is classified by student, right? This notation referred to the specific and unique named instance, which is student1 in our case. Okay, now another instance type is also there, and it is named as colon student. If you write colon student, it is unnamed object of student class. Okay, let me show you so that we all are in the same page. Okay, what I will do is, if I am naming this like colon and then I am saying student, that means an instance is coming definitely, but it is unnamed. The instance itself is unnamed and a classified instance, and this is the third and the last notation. So in a nutshell, the object or the representation of the object is done by the object symbol, which we can see over here, with its name and class underlined separated by a colon, depending upon what kind of class you want to use, right? In collaboration diagrams, objects are utilized in different ways. The first way is the object is represented by their name and class, as you have seen, and it is not mandatory for every class to appear. Okay, and a class may constitute more than one object. That is what you need to remember. Apart from that, in the collaboration diagram, what are the other things you use is actor. You can bring an actor. From the use case diagram, we have seen what actor is. Then how the actor will play an important role here is it will be invoking the interactions. So each actor has its respective role and name, and whenever the actor initiates the use case or certain amount of collaboration between this object instances. Now I have named all the object instances as same, but in your case, if you consider our case study, we have been using student, we have been using course and instructor, so all this will change accordingly to that, right? Now apart from that, links are also important. The links is an instance, and it is more of a instance of associations. We have been using link for a while now, so I'm not explaining what link is exactly, but it portrays a relationship between the object through which the messages will be sent. So it is represented by a solid line. The link will help an object to connect or navigate to another object. So if you just put this link between these two, it will be creating a association, isn't it? So apart from that, the message is another thing which you need to remember, and that is for the communication between the objects, right? So basically, if you just in a nutshell, if you start looking at the components, say for example, I will just change this for time being now, say course, and this will be URSE course 1 colon course is coming from course, and this is instructor say. Okay, so this is instructor 1 and this is coming from instructor. So this is how you will be relating things, and the components will be consisting of a message. It can be consisting of all the message, how the course is related to a student, or a student is related to the course, how the instructor is related to the student, how the student is again related to the instructor. So basically what you are trying to do here is you are just telling that how this will be connected from the component level, right? The collaboration are used when it is essential to depict the relationship between the objects. And both the sequence and collaboration diagrams represent the same information, but the way of portraying is little different, and the collaboration diagrams are best suited for analyzing any kind of use cases. So if you have drawn an use case which we have seen earlier, from that use case, if you want to model the collaboration among the object or the roles that carries the functionality of the use case and operation, you will be doing the collaboration diagram. Now steps for creating the collaboration diagram will be again almost same. You will be determining the behavior for which the realization and the implementations are specified, and then you discover the structural element, which means the classes of, like our case, student, course and instructor, which we have seen. Any subsystem is involved, what are the interaction between those subsystems. So in a nutshell, you need to remember that if you are doing a collaboration diagram, these days it is a communication diagram which is most used in UML 2. You can do that. Instead, you can just go with the sequence diagram. So if I have to give an example to show you a collaboration diagram, it will be similar to the communication diagram. And let me show you a simple example so that we can relate, and then we can conclude this particular collaboration diagram section. Okay, I'm just deleting this, so I will start from the scratch to show you. Let us take a separate example. Let's do it in the next section.